Sins are gathering, partying for themselves. Escanor holding a poem even though hardly anyone is paying any attention. And it's true though, it's pretty nice to see, everyone partying and having a nice time. But Merlin has yet to appear. But she does appear in a new, extremely sexy dress, if a form suit, so to speak. But the chapter itself holds some hidden meaning here, as the sins all begins to talk, saying they are all now united back again 10 years. Although now Gother is truly one of their comrades, then they have together with that also their new friends Elizabeth and Elaine, although still not explained how well Elaine really is. But the reunion of the sins is the real deal. They are now stronger than ever. Well, technically, the only one who's not stronger is Bun and Merlin, but they are stronger as a team together and now truly true companions. However, then the chapter begins to take a little more turn when Diana asks the doll Gother how did the real Gother end the Holy War? After all, he created him. And strangely enough, it's Meliodas who says Gother brought an end to the war to an end. He was there. He should know how the war ended. Or is he just playing the fool again? Because it's worth noting that even Elizabeth looks a little bit confused when Meliodas says that. So, and according to Escanor, the mythology goes that the goddess clans sacrificed themselves to seal the demon clan and the holy war. That's how it's passed down the legend. Given how the goddess clan were, though, what we saw in the flashback, we should not buy that. The goddess clan were arrogant and high and mighty. I doubt they will sacrifice themselves to seal away the demons. But it's true, though, that they will do anything that needs in order to destroy the demons, but not seal them. No, I do not think they seal them. And according to Merlin, the one who created that seal of it, coffin of eternal darkness, was actually a giant called Su. But Gother mentions that he is not allowed to tell, and he cannot tell. So one wonders now next. So Bun finally asks then, where did Gother pick up the cross-dressing habit? And then it turns out it's because, well, he took things literally. As we all remember, Barta made Gother wear maid clothes so he could go and talk with his sister. And it seems that the doll Gother took that literally, and so it became his first experience. Therefore, well, he decided, I'm gonna wear girl clothes from now on. Also, we see a chew joke, in Asia when someone sneezes because someone talks about you. But Elizabeth, though, she seems to have something else on her mind, remembering what Diana said about that other Elizabeth, and remembering what Cain said to her a long time ago about Liz was the nickname of that other girl, the red-headed version of Elizabeth that Meliodas loved and was the lover of. So she begins to wonder, is there perhaps a connection or something else, really? I mean, either she's feeling extreme jealousy, that has always been her most annoying personality part, the fact that she is so obsessively in love with Meliodas that it's borderline on satellite character. But it's also the fact, or is she sensing that maybe Meliodas have not loved the new creations, but simply the real Elizabeth over and over again. I mean, it is like that. It's just how we translate it. So Meliodas well pulls another sexual harassment moments, and it's pretty funny the fact that King blushes when he sees that. And Diana lightly pinches his ear, even though that hurts very much for him. So Elizabeth just asks Meliodas, Can we talk later, the two of us, just alone? Will Meliodas finally tell her the entire truth? No, I do not think so. But Merlin decides to say to them all that they can celebrate, but not completely. After all, they may have defeated many of the Ten Commandments, but Seldur is the piety is left, and his power were the greatest of all the Ten Commandments, and even Merlin even hints it could very well be bigger than that. So what? Are you telling me Moon Spieto and Derere really did die, and we did not even see their commandments? I mean, come on, this is a typical Bleach moment. When you see a power, yet never an explanation on how it works. If they really are dead, then at least give us an explanation how the power works, then it's satisfied. And even Merlin says that shows a surprisingly serious side here. And Diana confirms it, given to the fact that Seldoris is the Demon King's representative. There might very well be that his power is greater than anything else. And given his commandment too, you cannot run away from him. You have to stay and fight. Although technically Diana did, and we all know what happened, but then again, maybe he did not have the piety back then. But Meliodas is sure that they can do it. We will have to fight him. Merlin returns to her room, where Elaine scolds the Ban for drinking too much, which is pretty amazing. But Merlin nearly collapses when she enters her room, and Meliodas appears to make her land on him so he can put her in bed. It's pretty well. They have known each other for a very long time, although it's not exactly known how long time. Meliodas is immortal, and Merlin is mortal, so it very well could be way longer. But Meliodas mentioned that her focusing is not of the Ten Commandments, the defeat of Seldrith, nor the liberation of Camelot. It is to protect Arthur. And surprisingly, Escanor stands on the other side and overhears as Merlin says, "Please, I cannot lose him. He is my hope," which causes a great distraught for the sin of pride. Are Merlin telling everyone that she is in love with him, like Escanor translate, or is she saying that he is her hope in another way? I mean, I do not think Merlin is in love with Arthur. No, it's confirmed that Merlin was 30 years old when she stopped her time. I think she's a bit too old for that, and she seems to be focused on experiments. But she once did say that Arthur is the king that will rule all Camelot, so perhaps she's saying he is her hope because, well, he is her hope of finally bringing everything to an end or something else. Who knows? But the fact that Escanor overhears that is pretty saddening. After all, he loves Merlin, and even though he has a little bit accepted that Merlin may not love him, he is still a little bit feeling a little bit despair that Arthur means so much to the woman he loves. So who knows? Who knows? But that's basically this. So that's basically this one. Given to the fact that the next chapter is called "Just Be Sincere," maybe we'll have some confessional time or something else. All in all, there was just a heartwarming chapter with some very talking. It seems to confirm that Seldoris really is the final Ten Commandments left. Dolor and Glocksney are still alive, but they defected, although I do not know how they did that. I mean, we saw their past, but you get what I mean. And so it seems Seldoris is the only one left, and he has many brainwashed minions and many demons over his side. And he is the most strongest. I do wonder, though, it wouldn't surprise me if Meliodas is still the Demon King's favorite son. But that ending, though, very heartwarming for Escanor to feel. But give me your thoughts if you have any.